Greetings, ladies and gentlemen of the interwebs. Today, I bring news. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm not saying anything y'all haven't heard already, but, so, I guess the latest, news is Nintendo has officially ended Wii U repair support. Lack of available parts have been cited as a reason for conclusion of the service. Bear with me here, because I'm gonna read a bit. The repair service, which Nintendo has maintained for all of its hardware long after they were on general sale, allowed users to admit their console to Nintendo for either repair using official parts or replacement hardware. Last year, the company announced that once the current stock of replacement parts for the Wii U is ended, the service will conclude, which has now happened. And then it goes on, the Wii U features a large tablet controller, blah blah blah, stuff like that. You know, Nintendo was supposed to sell them separately or whatever like that eventually, so you could use more than one, but that never happened. The reason I'm bringing up this article is because, you know, every time a story like this comes along, you know, Nintendo ends their online support for Wii U, Nintendo ends their eShops for Wii U, you know, every time a story like this comes up, suddenly everybody's like, oh no, how could Nintendo do this? Oh my god, they're so anti-consumer, why do they hate their customers? You know, while there's a lot of valid reasons to say things like that, when it comes to the Wii U, I would like to remind all of you, maybe shut up. Because, bro, come on. The Wii U is probably one of the most hated console in the eyes of almost everybody. Gamers, Nintendo fans, and news websites alike. Every time when the Wii U was around, everybody just complained about how it was the worst console ever, how they absolutely fucking hated this thing. You know, every time a game would come out and skip the Wii U, like, news sites would rejoice. They put articles going, this game is coming out for everything except the Wii U, and we couldn't be happier about that. Okay, maybe that's exaggeration a bit, but my point was, they really drove home the fact that a lot of games weren't coming for this system. I'm even thinking Nintendo didn't really like this thing. I have this long-standing theory that the only reason that the Wii U even existed for Nintendo's eyes is to keep their name in the whole home console market at the time, while they worked on their one true successor, the Switch, which is currently, you know, making billions of dollars for Nintendo, is still going strong, almost 7 years, if not 7 years since its launch. It's been doing a lot better than the Wii U ever did, and people, you know, this is the system, the Wii U, the system that turned people against Nintendo. I've known a lot of hardcore Nintendo fans that after the Wii U were just like, nah, we're done here. And while they like the Switch, they're definitely on the Nintendo still sucks bandwagon to this day. I mean, these guys were just like the absolute most hardcore Nintendo fans I knew, and now they're like, F this. Yeah, so my point is like every time an article comes like that, people are gonna make their hit pieces. They're gonna talk about how terrible this is. I can't believe they did this. Why didn't? It's like, guys, do you think I forgot? Hey, look, man, I'll be honest with you. I like the Wii U to this day. I didn't have the problems that other people did. It could have done better, not gonna lie. It kind of failed in the eyes of the consumer. I'll agree to all that. Believe me, I was there for this. I witnessed it all firsthand with my own eyes. I know how it went. And the Wii U will probably go down in history as one of the biggest failures of Nintendo, outside of the Virtual Boy. Even Nintendo is like done with this thing. They're like, you know what? This thing is like, it didn't do us any favors. If it wasn't for the 3DS, we would have taken a bigger loss. The 3DS carried Nintendo during that. Not that Nintendo was really in any danger of going away, but this was probably the closest they had of looking like terrible. But I'm just pointing that out because I know how people act. I remember how people act, and they're gonna act like this is devastating news, that they can't believe Nintendo would do this, when they've had a whole 5-year plan of doing absolutely nothing but lambasting this thing and rejoicing in its many failures. So before all these people start going, I can't believe Nintendo did this, go back a couple years to your own videos, to your whatever you said or had to say about this, and remember how happy you were to see this thing fail. So keep that energy, you know, be happy that this is like the final nail in the Wii U coffin if you must, but don't pretend that you're offended that Nintendo did this when you were happy as hell to see this thing finally die in the market. Cut it out. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, that's all I had to say about this video. Like I said, I, to this day, still like the Wii U. But a lot of people didn't. And they're gonna pretend that they gave a shit about this thing now, years after it's all dead and gone. So, that's it. And I'll see you guys next time.